In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can play Rust on Linux if you're somebody like me that does not like Windows, but you want to play Rust on Linux, but you can't because of the anti-cheat that Rust has. I'm going to show you guys how you guys can get around that and play on Linux. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing you're actually going to want to make sure that you have is you want to have Rust itself installed on your PC. Once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and go to Steam, and then you're going to go to the option that says add a game, and then you're going to want to click add a non-Steam game. Once you do that, you're going to want to hit browse. Then you're going to want to go to the root or whatever your hard drive, SSD, whatever you have, and it's going to look a little bit like this. You're going to want to find the one that says home. So we found home, and there's going to be a folder here. Just double click on it, and you're going to want to scroll to the bottom, and there's going to be some folders that are going to be hidden. If you don't see these folders, just hit Control H and you'll be able to find them. So once you've done that, there will be a folder called .steam. Click on it, and somewhere along the lines here, there will be, if you're on Linux Mint, there will be a folder called Debian installation. Just click on it. But once you did and you found it, you go ahead, hit Steam. Like I said, if you find it at any point, just click on it and you could just follow the rest of this tutorial. And go ahead and we're going to hit Steam Apps, and then we're going to hit Common. Then we're going to find the one that says Rust. We found it. Then you're going to want to click once on rustclient.exe. Once you've done that, hit Open. Then once you've done that, just hit Add Selected Programs, and then rustclient.exe will be added to your library. This part is completely optional, but I like making my games and stuff look nice, especially when I'm doing this kind of thing, to have a certain game run on Linux. So I'm going to go to Properties, go to Customization. Normally I change the logo and the background, all that stuff. It's completely optional though. But what I like to do is I like to call this Rust Linux Edition, because you can, this is the way I guess you can run Rust on Linux. So I don't know, I just call it Rust Linux Edition, I don't know. So exit out of that. Then you're going to want to hit this settings wheel, go to Properties, go to Compatibility, check this box, and you're going to want to find something called Proton Experimental. Once you've done that, you might have to click on it twice. You can now play Rust on Linux, and I'll show you guys what that looks like here in a second. The only downside to this is you cannot play servers that have easy anti-cheat on. They do make Linux servers that, or servers for Linux that you can play on Linux. I'll show you guys how to find those easily once it loads. And as you can see, we are in Rust on Linux. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to go to the search bar, you just type in Linux, and it shows up all of the Rust servers that are compatible with Linux. I'm not sure what servers you can join and can't join. There's some servers that just flat out don't say that they don't have easy anti-cheat on, so that would pretty much be up to you to find what servers you can and can't play on Linux. Right now I'm using CachyOS. If you're like me and you know you just hated Windows with a passion, especially Windows 11, I highly recommend giving Linux a whirl. Linux Mint is good, but if you're more into gaming on Linux, I highly recommend CachyOS. It's probably the best OS I have been on since Windows 7. I honestly can't complain about it. It's absolutely amazing. All the games run amazingly, possibly better than Windows in my opinion. But yeah, that is how you play Rust on Linux, or more specifically CachyOS. If you guys found this video useful and helpful, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.